You're too dumb to even know what we're talking about. You're trying to make an argument.
This is the thing. You Christians, you guys are so dumb. You guys are so dumb. Thousands of religions before you guys got all.
So you're spurging out. Do you know what a fallacy is? You can't even tell me what a fallacy is. What is it?
Bro, I'm not a book nerd. I haven't.
So you just made a complete. This is what masonry gets you. This is what masonry gets you, sir.
Oh, finally, Jesus! I'm sorry for last time. Basically, I just have a ton of questions after reading some of Manly P. Hall's work.
That's not okay. But what is the argument or what?
Basically, Christianity is like super dogmatic against other religions, and I don't think it takes it into account what they're really trying to teach. I learned that in the Secret Teachings of All Ages, they say that the polytheistic religions, like paganism, are actually meant to express elementals of the one God. So it is monotheism, essentially.
Well, that's called henotheism. That's not monotheism.
Yeah, I don't deeply research all of it, but if you have multiple elements representing one God, as you do like angels working for the same God, isn't that essentially the same?
No, that's why it's called henotheism and not monotheism.
Okay. Also,
why would you think Manly P. Hall is a viable source on this? Why would you think that he's who we would go to?
Basically, I looked into how certain sacred teachings were taken and hidden, like in the Masonic lodges and stuff. He is a high up Mason.
Yeah, but you know that Masons lie, right? You know that's in Morals and Dogma, right?
People lie.
Okay, but I'm specifically talking about Masonic teaching that they delude the public and the lower ranks.
Do you think that's what Manly P. Hall was doing?
Absolutely. If you read Secret Destiny of America, it's a lot of bullshit. It's made up nonsense. It's gibberish.
Secret Destiny. Okay, but there were some things that caught my eye. He said that Jesus said that he told his followers to be wise as serpents, and that serpents were just a symbol of knowledge, which I have seen many people agree with, and that the serpent giving the fruit of knowledge to Adam.
Yeah, this is a word concept fallacy. Do you know what that is?
I heard you guys. Are you talking to basically mistranslation?
No.
Okay, what do you mean?
So the word serpent in that context, there's a trait that snakes have, which is to be cunning. So Jesus is saying not to be stupid and foolish, but to have wisdom and to have some cunning to operate in this world. He's not telling you to be like the fallen angel in Genesis.
That's even worse than being wise. To be cunning? Telling your followers to be cunning?
Well,
like
there's nothing inherently wrong with being wise and cunning in the way that you deal in this world.
That's what I think. I think that we have all of these symbols that we perverted and turned into like some crazy.
Let's just cut to the chase. Let's just cut to the chase. Freemasonry is bullshit. So you're just arguing a bunch of bullshit. How do I know?
How is it bullshit though?
Because what it teaches is lies and deception, and it doesn't even have a coherent. Ultimately, it's atheistic.
But it's really not though, because it teaches you how to center yourself and connect yourself.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What's the divine?
Basically God. I mean,
basically, because there's a million different ideas about what that is. What's the God in Masonry? Ultimately, it ends up being worshiping yourself. So it's just a stupid delusion, and that's why they tell you. Yeah, that's why they tell
the seven sins.
Listen to me. That's why in Morals and Dogma, which is the Bible of Freemasonry, it says to delude and deceive. It is. It says to delude and deceive the lower ranks. So how do you know you're not being deluded and deceived?
I just believe that Manly Hall himself wasn't out to cause harm in the way that someone like Aleister Crowley was, like talking about. You don't think people can be one side of the coin, like as opposed to everyone is evil, everyone in Freemasonry is evil?
the teachings of Freemason, I don't care what Manly P. Hall's personal life was. I'm saying the teachings of the philosophy and the teachings of Masonry are objectively false and easy to refute.
I mean, anyone could say that about anything, though. If people,
no, I'm ready to
demonstrate a sky daddy that reincarnated as a man, but he's also the mother. It's like,
so there you don't even know what Christian theology teaches. So showing that you're confused. So you have no idea what we even believe. So again,
I get into it a lot. I mean, the Trinity.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Here's the thing: I don't discredit any of that. I think that every religion has some piece that is true. That inspires
so let's talk about that.
In everyone.
Okay, how do you know that proposition right there is true?
Because, and here's the thing: there's actually starting to be physical evidence of these giant megaliths that no one knew how it was built.
How does megaliths tell you that proposition's true? You don't even understand what I'm asking
you. Every divine city that had any...
You don't even know what I'm talking about. No clue what I'm talking about. The proposition that there's truth in all the religions. I said, how do you know that proposition's true? Let's go to that. Let's start with that's your start.
Let me explain though.
Do you understand that your answers...
Can I explain?
No, because your answers are not explaining how that proposition is true.
You're not letting me get to it, though.
Because it's not an answer.
There are ancient, sophisticated pyramids on every
That doesn't answer you don't even understand the argument.
And what?
I'm going to boot you until you demonstrate to me that you understand the argument I'm making.
Okay.
You made a claim that all the world religions have truth in them. That's your starting point, right? I want to know how you, as an individual, know that is true. When you start going to the ancient world religions, that's your interpretation of the ancient world religions. That doesn't tell me that proposition is true. I want to know how you know that.
Language. It's all our interpretations.
All of our interpretations. That's not true. That's false.
Language.
It is not all of our interpretations. All of the human beings do not interpret that to be true. So that's not a thing that you can appeal to.
Basically a census thing. Like many humans believe this is right. Many humans believe this is wrong.
Yeah, so that is not. So that's a fallacy. That's fallacy.
How?
Because it doesn't.
I mean, you could watch the laws in America, a Christian country, change overnight. I mean, one century.
You don't even know what we're talking about. You literally. You're just talking. You're just talking. Do you know what I'm? You don't even understand what I'm asking for. I want epistemic justification for the claim. Do you know what that means?
I'm not a big word guy, bro.
These aren't good arguments. It's not about the words. It's about bad arguments. Do you understand that?
I feel like you're blocking it out a little bit, bro. I mean, there's evidence of ancient, sophisticated technology all around the world. No one knows who did it.
None of that. Even if that's true, you don't understand.
Sky gods coming down.
You don't understand. Even if that's true, it doesn't prove the first proposition. How does?
But you could look at the evidence. It's like an 80-ton stone lifted into a complex.
You don't even understand the argument.
Why did they do this? And those religions are going all the way back to Thoth, the Atlantean priest king, all of that stuff.
Dude, this is all gibberish, and it doesn't prove the.
We're talking about solar worship through Christianity, which is a pagan thing. It's a pagan thing. And you guys, you're like, oh, where's all the pagan? Where are all the pagan roots? Where did it? You're not even
Roman Catholic Church. You're not even at level 1 of understanding what the argument even is. You have no clue what you're talking about. And so I ask you basic questions, and you fly off into these claims about megaliths that has nothing to do with justifying the claim.
Megaliths. It's right there on the planet.
It's right there on the planet. Do you understand that that's? Do you understand that that is
really a bunch of Jewish people with ropes dragging things around?
Do you understand that that's not an? You don't even. What do you think an argument is? Do you think it's just spouting out megalith stuff? That's an argument for. Do you understand that doesn't justify the claim?
No, but I'm going back to these teachings that go that.
None of that. You're not addressed. It's not an argument. Do you not understand? It's a fallacy. All the things that you're saying in logic are fallacious moves.
What do you mean?
Exactly. So if you're going to make these arguments, you need to learn those things first. What do I mean?
Let me make some,
you don't even know. Do you know?
I have more written down on my paper. Do you want to go through
You have things written down. Dude, if you don't know what a fallacy is, what's on your paper is not going to do anything for you.
You're like a vocab guy. What are you doing? It's like I'm giving you an actual
a vocab guy.
Thought, and you're going, you don't know this word. You're an idiot. That's not a debate either. You're an epithetical, epological fallacy. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I have all these questions.
You're just
Why did
making an
Jesus
idiot
tell
of
you to
yourself,
love
man.
your
I'm
slave
sorry, you're
master
making
as
an idiot
God?
of yourself.
Why did Jesus tell you to love your slave master as God?
Empathetical. That's not even that's not even a word. Empathetical fallacies.
No, that's what I'm making an impression of you talking about.
Yeah, but you're just making yourself look
Don't you
silly.
understand that?
You're making yourself
No,
look
I'm not.
silly.
I'm giving you some real shit. But I listen to.
Can you tell me what a fallacy is?
You say like the teaching of duality.
Can you tell me
being
what a
valid?
fallacy is? Because you don't know the basics of philosophy, and that if you're going to make arguments,
The basics of philosophy.
you need to know these things.
I'm giving you my stance, and you're going. You don't know this vocab. How do you know?
It's not the vocab. You don't know the vocab or what the vocab
you read
means.
Books. You've read like a million books. I'm trying to get some knowledge, and you're going. You don't know this word. What the hell, bro?
You're trying to make an argument. You're too dumb to even know what we're talking about. You're trying to make an argument.
This is the thing. You Christians, you guys are so dumb. You guys are so dumb. Thousands of religions before you guys got all.
So you're spurging out. Do you know what a fallacy is? You can't even tell me what a fallacy is. What is it?
Bro, I'm not a book nerd. I haven't.
So you just made a complete. This is what masonry gets you. This is what masonry gets you. Is this?